What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do I have a couple stash ads. Yes, stash ads. Wow. Brain completely locked up there. A couple stash ads. Got a new box of a bunch of stuff from Iceman Collections we're going to go through. We're going to do an update on the USACC 68 Dodge Dart build. Update on the 95 Toyota Supra LT4 swapped build. An update on a new project of mine that I've been experimenting with. So, without further ado, we're going to get the camera switched around here, and we're going to go over the stash ads first. Alright guys, the first stash ad is this AMT kit, the 2010 Chevy Corvette convertible. I mentioned in the last stash ad I got the I think 53 Corvette. I'm got an idea with Corvettes that I'm trying to collect at least one from each generation. Anyways, that's the goal. So here I was able to pick up the C6 6th generation Corvette. This one's a convertible, which kind of have some cool ideas for this one. Not going to go over that in this video, but this is the first for the stash ads. The next one in the stash ads is this Corvette Indy. This was a concept from the mid 80s. This is when they did a concept on the doing a mid-engine. And as you see here, they bought it from KB, and it was $7.99. I paid more than $7.99 now off of eBay for it. I think they have a picture in here. Yeah, you can kind of see the picture there. It's kind of, if you remember, a Pontiac Fiero, the way it was set up with the sideways. Kind of, they took a front wheel drive line and slammed it in the back, but still pretty cool. So yeah, I picked this one up. This one actually is probably going to be pretty close to box stock. The color might be a little cooler, a little more detailing, but this is adding to the Corvette collection. All right, now we're on to the Iceman Collections box o goodies. This I went on there and I just kind of said add to cart. The first thing is going to be this just rear kind of drag cart chassis. Comes with the, it looks like a Ford 9-inch possibly. The 4-link is already on the chassis itself. Oh wait, no, this one wasn't Iceman Collections. This was an eBay one. I am sorry, Joel. Do not hurt me. This was not yours. I just threw it in the box. It was all upstairs. These, I believe this was Joel. Yeah, these were Joel. These are truck bed tire mounts. So you can put like your spare tire on, like for like a not Pro Mod. Anyways, like the off-road truck, like trophy trucks. So I got a couple of those. I picked up a set of ProTech. I don't know if you're able to zoom in on that, but those are like hood pin deals you can stick on the hood to give it the impression of they have hood pins. I will probably use these on a on like a curbside vehicle, one where I'm not opening the hood, since once you open the hood, you're not going to see a bottom side of this. But that's that. I picked up some more subs and amps, and some more speakers, some random stuff for interior detailing. Picked up some of these kind of like it'd be like a stainless or like aluminum, kind of like, I don't know if you call it a bomber seat, but picked up 4 of those. Picked up a bunch. I got some oil catch cans, interior handles, exhaust manifold or headers. Looks like oil tanks. I just kind of, like I said, I literally went through and just added a bunch of stuff. And then I picked up a couple large hood scoops. One of these might go on the USACC build, because depending on how much, if I have to cut the hood to clearance the Demon motor, this might work out to cover where I have to cut, or make it so I can just cut an extra like chunk out of the hood to clearance the supercharger, and then this might go on and actually oh maybe, I don't know. That's that's for a later deal. But that's what I got from Joel at Iceman Collections, and his quality is, yeah, second to none. So that is all I have for stash ads and parts ads. Now we're going to, speaking of USACC, we're going to go over and look at where I'm at on the USACC build. So if you remember, we got the chassis with the Nova tubs that I've put in clearance, got it puttied. I need to get this in primer. But before I do that, I want to make sure that there's any more trimming I need to do to get the engine to fit like I want it to. I think I'm going to have to make a trans mount that goes on the transmission, because this transmission won't fit quite to where it's supposed to mount. I did get, obviously I still need to go through and detail paint, but I got the master cylinder painted, firewall, the core support, the fan. I'm going to make this fan, I'm going to fit it in on the radiator to look like a electric fan. And seats were painted, a bunch of things were painted there. And then as for the body, if you remember, I was doing a roadster look. Cut the roof off. It looks pretty good, but right here on the edges I'm having a problem getting it to look good. I think I'm done adding putty and sanding it because I feel like I keep getting back to the same point. So I'm probably going to clean this up. I'm probably going to rock it the way it is. Get this primered again. And then once I get the hood modifications done, if I need to, I'm going to I'll get that in primer. That way I can paint it all at one time. At least that's the goal. But not too much on this. I put this kind of to the side for the Supra build, since that one I'm going to try to have that done by mid-November, November 14th for Paul International Scale Modeling's birthday. That's what his birthday is. That's kind of when he wanted them to be done, if possible. So I'll move this side. We'll get the Supra and show you where I'm at. Okay, on the Supra, I discovered that I can use a piece of like 2.4 mil, or I think it's, I don't remember the size, but this will actually slide over the little bit of finesse, slide over the factory pins. If I upsize these, the wheels fit in there the way I want. My issue came in the rear. This is the stock rear subframe. Fit like that. It had control arms on it. And with the factory control arms, I put these wheels on. They literally sat like there. And no, these need to be like in. I want it in. I want them to tuck. I want it to be something about like that. So I was like, well, let's take one of 4 9-inch. Texas 3D Customs. I got just the housing. And I tried to put it on. And it looked decent. But my issue was that if somebody looked underneath this thing, it would look horrible just having an axle just glued onto the rear subframe, no suspension. It would not look proper. So I ordered from Iceman Collections a universal 4-link kit. So I'm going to take the 4-link kit. I'm going to mount this axle like it's supposed to be and get my ride height set. Get in the body. There we go. So it'll be something like that. And then I'll have my 4-link and shocks. That's the plan. Once I get my 4-link and I get all this modified, then I need to clean up where I clearanced for the motor. I don't know if you guys have seen the fitment. I'm going to use the stock strut tower brace. So the engine here, I got it assembled minus AC compressor because I'm not going to run AC on this, and the power steering pump. But if I drop it in, it's really close, but it will fit. Like such. I had to trim this out to let the motor sit low enough where I want it. Then I'll make a cross member somewhere in here once I get my fitment 100% dialed in. The nice thing is, sitting where it's supposed to sit, even with the supercharger on it, should, unless there's something changed, the stock, whoa, wow, no, anyways, the strut tower brace fits. I don't know if I'm going to use this strut tower brace. I feel like I need to make something a little beefier, so I might use it for the measurements for the holes. Make something a little square, kind of something. If you look at a newer Camaro, the way theirs are, it's more of a flat bar that goes across a little beefier. Something like that. But that's where we're at on this. I'm waiting on that 4-link kit so I can get the rear suspension mocked up. Then front row will be done. Work on getting engine mounts for this. So this is mounted where it's supposed to. And once everything's secured and cleaned up, then we can start getting things into primer. I do have a color for this. We'll go over that in a later video. But for now, that's the update on this one. Okay, and then now what I was working on. So, the biggest adventure I've been on. So, remember this kit that I picked up, the 22 Corvette Stingray, the C8. Well, I'm not a big fan of, even though this, I did take this, open this up, the molded engine that comes with it actually is pretty nice, but I don't like that. So I've decided, I've had a 3D printer. I decided to pick up 3D printing so I can print an engine. There's a guy on called 3D Motobass, something like that. He had the LT2 and transmission files. And he tells you what in your slicer what percentage to use to get like 125th scale, 124 scale, so on. So I made it for 125th scale because that's what this kit is, and attempted to print. I mean, it didn't turn out terrible, but I'm not a big fan of this resin. Like, you see how shiny it is, and if you look at like something from like Iceman Collections or any of the popular suppliers of 3D printed parts, they're flat, they're sandable. The detail's better, which I'm working on the detail. It's all in the settings, but for what I've been trying, this is the closest I've gotten. So I feel like I'm close with the correct resin. Got the correct resin today, so I'm gonna, probably after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go up, get the file made up, and then start printing another 2-hour program and see what we got. We'll keep probably the same settings that I did here because I'm part of a Scale Speed Garage. You've heard of that from like Chris Bell, Chuck's Hobby Spot. But I signed up for his elite service, so I get like the one-on-one help, bunch of files. It's just files are phenomenal quality. I feel like I'm close on getting the printer settings figured out, and then once that's it, then there's no end to what I can do. Because if I get the settings figured out, I may not stick with the LT2 on this. I don't know yet. I have an idea. I'm waiting on a couple parts, and I'll see if they work with this body. If they do, I'll use the transmission for fitment. But other than that, this motor can go to the wayside for now. But yeah, I mean, it's, my quality isn't too bad. It's getting there. I broke the spark plugs off trying to get the supports off. But if you look at just, I can't sand that. It's just, I don't know what. I mean, exposure time, my layer thickness, I printed part of the transmission with new settings for my layer thickness, and it came out really good. Like that's the alternator and tensioner. I mean, I'm getting there, guys. Like, look at that. But that being said, like things don't fit. Like this and this should pop together, but they don't. I'm pretty sure that's in either exposure time, or it could be because this I printed at the 0.05 millimeter layer thickness, and my transmission I did was at 0.02. That's what Chris Bell recommended at Scale Speed's Garage. And I used his recommended exposure time on the transmission. Other than the shininess, the case of it looked a lot better. So, like I said, I got different resin. I'm going to get I'll probably do this engine file again, get everything set up, and then try to print this again and see what happens with it. Hopefully it's a lot better. Hopefully it comes out that matte finish after it's cleaned, and because this is after washing and curing. And then I let it sit outside to dry in the sun, and this is what I ended up with. One of my manifolds, I think it's this one. Maybe not. One of them broke. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't even this motor. Anyways, guys, I'm going to quit rambling about this, and we're going to get this video buttoned up, guys. All right, guys, so there you have it. There's where we're at. Kind of a longer video than I normally do for updates. But we got 2 more Corvettes for the stash. Got a bunch of parts from Joel Iceman Collections. Went over where we're at on the USACC build. And the Supra. The Supra is kind of a time crunch, but I'm waiting until I get the 4-link kit tomorrow from Joel Iceman Collections. And went over my adventures of learning how to 3D print, because there's things like I have no problem buying the stuff from Joel. It's usually who I primarily buy stuff from. I bought some VCG resins, and their quality is really good. Texas 3D Customs, mcvproducts.net, I believe is his website for Model Car Videos guy. His stuff is really good quality. I don't mind buying the parts, but like the LT2 I wanted to try. Nobody prints that one yet. So I figured I'd dabble in it. I've had the printer, the wash and cure station, so I figured I'd sign up for Scale Speed Garage and see what I can learn. And so far, I mean, I'm getting better. I think we're into the fine-tuning stage of this, where we just tweak some settings, get the materials figured out, and we'll be rocking and rolling. I'll still buy stuff. Like, at this point, I'm not going to try to do wheels and tires, because there's... How to make sure you get the right tires to match... I don't know. That being said, though, comment down below if you have any questions about any of the builds, or anything at all. Just comment down in the comments section. I'll put a link to my Facebook page down in the description as well. I post a lot of what I post gets shared to other Facebook groups, but there are some stuff I post, I just post it on there and let it be. That way you guys, before the videos come out, you guys see what I'm building and what's going on, and kind of get a sneak peek of what's going to be coming up in the videos. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Keep on building. Have a great week, guys.